A quiet forest clearing on a spring morning. Mila, a curious fox with russet fur and twinkling green eyes, sat by a bubbling brook, alone but content. She loved her solitude, yet something deep inside whispered that her days of being alone might soon change. Nearby, a small, nervous rabbit named Finn peeked out from behind a bush. He was lost, but too shy to ask for help. "Do you need something?" Mila asked, her voice soft but firm. Finn hesitated, then nodded. I'm lost." "Then you're in luck," Mila replied with a warm smile. "I know every path in this forest." A meadow filled with wildflowers under a golden sunset. Mila and Finn walked side by side, exploring hidden parts of the forest. Mila showed him her favorite tree to climb, though Finn preferred the safety of the ground. When they reached a meadow, Mila suggested a game. "Let's race to the hilltop," she said, dashing off. Finn hesitated but joined in, surprising both of them with his speed. Together, they laughed as they reached the hill, breathless and happy. "This is fun," Finn admitted, his shyness melting away. A cozy den lit by the flicker of a fire, rain pounding outside. One night, a storm swept through the forest. Finn, afraid of thunder, scurried to Mila's den. "Can I stay here?" he asked, trembling. Mila nodded and wrapped a blanket around him. She told stories of her adventures to distract him, and soon, Finn forgot about the storm. "I've never had a friend like you," he said, feeling safe for the first time in his life. The heart of the forest, dappled with sunlight. Mila and Finn discovered an injured bird, struggling to move. Together, they worked to care for it. Mila gathered berries, and Finn crafted a small nest out of leaves. "We make a good team," Mila said as the bird chirped softly in thanks. Finn smiled. "We do." A hill overlooking the forest, under a starlit sky. As seasons passed, Mila and Finn grew inseparable. One evening, they sat on their favorite hill, gazing at the stars. "Even when we're apart, we'll always be friends," Finn said. "Always," Mila agreed, touching her paw to his. A misty morning in the forest, near an old oak tree. One chilly morning, Mila and Finn heard a rustling in the underbrush. Out stepped a hedgehog named Theo, his quills dusted with dew. "I've traveled far looking for a place to belong," Theo said. Mila tilted her head. "Why not stay here? There's plenty of room in the forest, and we could use another friend." Theo hesitated, then nodded. "I'd like that." The trio spent the morning exploring, Theo slowly learning to trust. He didn't talk much, but his quiet presence made their small group feel whole. A small cave behind a waterfall. As they explored deeper into the forest, Theo spotted a shiny stone trapped in the crevice of a rock. "I'll get it," Finn said, squeezing into the narrow space. When Finn became stuck, Theo panicked. "We need to help him." Mila calmed him. "We'll figure this out, together." Using a fallen branch as leverage, Theo carefully helped Mila pry Finn free. When it was over, Theo realized he wasn't as helpless as he thought. A clearing lit with lanterns, surrounded by animals from all over the forest. The forest animals held a festival every year, celebrating unity and friendship. This time, Mila, Finn, and Theo decided to join. At first, Theo was hesitant to mingle. "Go ahead without me," he said, staying near the edge. "No way," Finn said, dragging him into a game of tag with fireflies. By the end of the night, Theo was laughing and twirling with the others, his quills glowing faintly in the lantern light. A narrow canyon, wind howling through the rocks. On their way back home, the trio encountered a narrow ledge with a raging river below. As they crossed, Theo slipped, dangling precariously. "Hold on," Mila shouted, gripping his paw tightly. Finn rushed to anchor Mila, his small body straining to keep her steady. Together, they pulled Theo to safety. Theo looked at them, eyes wide with gratitude. "You risked everything for me." "That's what friends do," Mila said simply. The same hill from before, now under a sunrise. Seasons passed, and the trio's bond grew unbreakable. One morning, they gathered on the hilltop to watch the sunrise. "We've been through so much together," Theo said, his voice steady. "I never imagined I'd find friends like you." Finn leaned into Theo's side. "You're not just a friend, you're family." Mila smiled as the sun bathed them in golden light. "And family stays together, no matter what."